Check, 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 check. KOTPTV, Dez signing in. Radiohead once again, people. I know a lot of people are going to be happy about this. We finally made it. We finally made it to In Rainbows. I've been having this record recommended to me so much through my Radiohead journey. The last few records we've been listening to as far as Radiohead is concerned haven't been my flavour for the most part. There's been some highlights, but I like rock band Radiohead. I like positive Radiohead. I don't like melancholy Radiohead that much, and I don't like, tech heavy, experimental, hipster Radiohead that much. So we've got In Rainbows. I don't know if it's going to vary from what I've just said, but people have been recommending it and saying it's going to be good and I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm just going to jump straight in, people. As always, let me say, bada bing, if you want to listen to all of these reactions from the moment I record them and upload them, you can do so first thing instead of waiting your life away for each and every song to be uploaded onto YouTube. The link is in the description of this video to watch them videos, alright? Now, let's get started. This is track 115 Step. I'm looking forward to this one, come on. And we got comments as well. It's a little bit of an Ed Sheeran melody, I'm not gonna lie. He's coming in like a pop superstar, is he, on this first track? Won't take my eyes off the ball again. You reel me out, then you cut the string. Can't keep up with the drum pattern. Let me just say, you Radiohead fans are crazy, man. And I say that in the most positive way, because when you're listening to Radiohead's latest album and then you're waiting for the next one, you're really excited for the next record to come out. You lot really are into this sound and this value that Radiohead always create and conjure. And it seems like this band has a mind of its own. They don't necessarily go out of their way to market to the people, more so to do what they want in their own artistic expression. And so that's why you lot blow my mind, man. Because I'm very simple. I like simple things, but you lot like a little more complexity to your music, a little more going on, and a little more food for thought. You know what I mean? I mean, in the last 10 seconds, look at what we've heard. I love that bass run. I love that. That always catches me when he hits that. It sounds so pleasant, so full, so finished. I love it. Daniel says, imagine how people felt when they heard this masterpiece for the first time. Well, I'm going to let you know how I feel, alright? Mika, if I spell that right, is saying, I'm starting to think In Rainbows is Radiohead's most catchy album. Yes, that's what I like to hear. That is what I like to hear. That is what I like to hear. I love the children's cheers. It's like a statement of intent that In Rainbows, their first album since their contract with EMI ended, was going to mark a more upbeat vibe from the band. Yes! 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 Such a sweet, warm album. Yes! Yes! This is going to be good. I'm hoping to God this is going to be good. You got a little bit of insight, 3 minutes 4 seconds into the first track. I hope this is going to be good because right now I'm not sold. I'm not sold. Honestly, I want to hear an organic drum kit. I don't like the programmed drums. It's not for me. I like to hear an organic drum kit. I want to hear the band. I want to hear the band. Let's go. That was 15 Step. Catchy. I don't think it was as catchy as what they did on their first couple of records, but the instrumental was nice. I got that bass line in my head. Boom, boom, ba-da-da-ba-da-ba. Right, this one's entitled Body Snatchers. There's King of the Pit TV signing in. Track 2 of 10 we're listening to In Rainbows, alright? If you don't know, now you know. If you want a little bit of background of my history of Radiohead and what I'm expecting and what I'm hoping for, check out the first video, 15 Step. Right, let's go.
I do not understand what it is. I don't know. For the holes, check for holes. Blink your eyes, won't forget till you know. I've no idea what I'm talking about.
Man, you know what? If everything goes to plan after what you lot have been saying and what I'm hearing right now, I'm going to be so happy because these last few Radiohead records, bar OK Computer, because I started with that on my adventure through Radiohead. Unfortunately, I didn't start at the start. I started in the wrong place. The last two records, to say the least, were underwhelming for me. Some good moments, but overall it was too experimental. But this, riffs, rock and roll music, come on. little bit of Johnny Rotten, I heard. Vin Ellis says, fun fact, this song was recorded live in one take in a haunted mansion. What? What? While Tom was... What? Bruh, Blood Sugar Sex Magic by Red Hot Chilies and OK Computer were both recorded at old mansions that are rumoured to be haunted. I need to check some Red Hot Chili Peppers out, don't I? The more time passes, the more I think In Rainbows is their best album. Not to knock the others, but this one never gets old, says TC Bramler. I just found out that this song was recorded in one take. Impressive. That's why the energy is so great. I mean, these lot have got a thing with soundscapes, right? Like, they're creating so many different ideas and just outside of the box elements are being implemented in all of these sounds, whether it be the drums, whether it be the guitars, whether it be the vocal line. They'll just twist it up somehow, if not every once in a while. That's that John Lydon again. That's that Johnny Rotten. That was Body Snatchers. Nude coming up next. Des, King of the Pit TV signing in. This is track 3 of 10. We're listening to In Rainbows. This one is entitled Nude. And we're going to drop ourselves in 3, 2, 1. Bada bing, bada bong. Here we go. We're having a little emotional one this time. We're going for a melancholy number or what? Bro, them drums are panned so weird. I got the kick coming off in that direction.
Don't get any big ideas. And I'm gonna happen.
Come on.
So don't get it. Big idea. Then
Really encapsulates the feeling of having something so desired and fleeting that you miss it even as you're choking in its midst. Even the Radiohead fans are poetic as hell, man. What's going on? Don't get any big ideas, they're not gonna happen. Jeez! It's a good line, that, isn't it? Nice little vocal run, that. Perfect finish. Perfect note to finish on. We're not messing about, are we? We're not messing about. That was nude. Yo, I really like this backwards melody. Don't tell me that was the... Don't tell me they bookended it with that. Don't tell me that that was that backwards. The ending backwards. Let's keep it moving. Weird Fishes / Arpeggi coming up. Track number 4. Des, King of the Pit TV signing in. This is Weird Fishes / Arpeggi. Okay, track 4 of 10. We're listening to In Rainbows. Let's go. Don't know if I just heard my dog or not. guitar? What's going on there? Is that a delay or is he shredding that guitar? Jonathan Lynch says, if you tell me In Rainbows is your favourite Radiohead album, then you're my friend forever. Picked over by the walls. Citizen of Rage 17 says, one of the best songs ever made. That means in the history of music. This song puts me in a trance to where I just stare blankly. The only thing I feel is this song. It's an insane feeling. Weird fishes. Weird fishes. Weird fishes. I like how Radiohead is creating a feeling with their listeners. Aside from just coming forward as a band playing band music, each and every instrument playing their own bits, they just come forth and create pieces of music as to where the audience can form their own sort of opinion, basically. You know what I mean? The band doesn't tell you the opinion you need to have of the music. I can see how people just close their eyes and just drift off. I mean, that guitar, it bounces back between two chords essentially from all I'm aware. And it's very hypnotic in nature. You know, it just goes on and on, it cycles on and on and on and on, whereas the rest happens around it. I can see it putting people into a trance more than definitely. We've got All I Need coming up next, track 5 of 10, come on. Des, King of the Pit TV, we're listening to In Rainbows. This is track 5 of 10. This one's entitled All I Need. If you want to listen to each and every one of my full album listen-throughs and commentaries and so forth, the link is in the description. You don't have to wait for years on end to hear the entire record that you love so much. Alright, join me on my journey. Click the link in the bio. Let's go. All I Need. Could I be your best friend? Bass sounds ridiculous. I'm an Is there a faint like beatbox accompanying the sound of the kit? Because I think I'm hearing a unless it's like just part of the drums.
I need, you're all I need.
You hear that?
I'm in the middle of your picture, lying in the rain. I am a moth who just wants to share your light. I'm just an insect trying to get out of the night. I'm still with you because there are no others.
Oh, I know you lot said this is like going to be quite upbeat. There still is that Radiohead melancholy vibe scattered throughout the record. It's not as upbeat as everybody was making it out to be. But I'm not complaining, that's not a criticism. I mean, I'd expect it to be that way, to be honest with you. Dr. Kenneth Spears says 245 on is completely and objectively the best piece of music ever written. We're coming up to that.
You're all I need. You're all I need. I'm in the middle of your picture, lying in the rain.
I love how shattering that crash cymbal is. It's just massive. I bet it's a hard job producing and being sound engineer for Radiohead. Have we got credits? Fucking hell! Oh my god! Right, I'm gonna go through here. Right, associated performer Alison Dodds, engineer Bob Ludwig, associated performer Chris Warsey and Colin Greenwood, engineer Dan Magua, I can't pronounce that, but shout out to Dan, alright? Associated performer Ed O'Brien, conductor Everton Nelson, conductor? Associated performer Francis Dewart and Gillan Cameron, engineer Graham Stewart and Hugo Nicholson, shout out to Graham and Hugo. Associated performers Ian Burge, Ian Humphreys, Johnny Greenwood. Johnny Greenwood rings a bell. Johnny Greenwood's in the band, right? Lewis Fuller, Lucy Wilkins, Mary Scully, Morgan Goff, Nick Barr, engineer Nigel Godric, shout out to Nigel, mixer Nigel Godric, shout out to Nigel, producer Nigel Godric, shout out to Nigel, associated performer Riyad Chiba and Richard George, engineer Richard Woodcraft, shout out to Richard, associated performer Sally Herbert, conductor Sally Herbert, associated performers Sonia Slaney, Sophie Harris, Tom York, Nigel Godrich, published through Warner Chappell Music, CMRRA. I don't know what CMRRA is, I've never heard of that before. Warner Chappell Music Publishing Limited. Lyricists being Colin Greenwood, Ed O'Brien, Johnny Greenwood, Phil Selway and Tom York, so that'll be Radiohead, won't it? Jesus Christ. Magic, eh? Let's keep it moving. Let's get on to track 6. Forced Arp. If I've pronounced that right. Des, King of the Pit TV signing in. This one's entitled Forced Arp. It was track number 6 of 10 on In Rainbows. I've got nothing more to say. Come on.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine, it's on again, off again, on again. And watch me fall like dominoes in pretty patterns, fingers in the blackbird pie. I'm tingling, tingling, tingling. It's what you feel now, what you ought to. Reasonable, sensible, different than makeup. I guess I'm stuck. Without your head in even now.
But Radiohead come with what could be classified as a singer-songwriter tune and just complicated to hell and back, even though there's 2 instruments. Eureka says this is a calm and comfortable interlude in between the roller coaster of emotions and experiences that is In Rainbows. Dude, the timing on these guitars have got me on edge. The timing of these lyrics got me on edge, people. I'm not relaxed.
For no real reason, squeeze the tubes and empty bottles. I take a bow. It's what you feel now, what you ought to. The elephant that's in the room is tumbling. Duplicate, plastic bags and duplicate and triplicate. There from the neck up, I guess I'm stuck. Without your head in even no. Exactly where do you get up? Is enough. I love you, but enough is enough. And that's stuff. There's no real reason.
Wow. How were them strings there at the end, right? That was that was Jurassic Park soundtrack tier epic, wasn't it? That was quality. There we go. A little bit of Bob Dylan there on the guitar, I reckon, as well, within reason. This one's entitled Reckoner, people, so let's keep it moving. We're flying through this record. Easy enough, innit? Yo! We're listening to In Rainbows, you know who it is. Des at KOTPTV. This one's entitled Reckoner. Sounds like a bloody mean tune, doesn't it? This is track 7 of 10. Let's blast it. Come on. Yes. Oasis cover. Come on. Live forever. Maybe. That shaker sounds like the shaking of my house keys. Coming alive now, innit?
Because we separate like ripples on.
This dude, right? He could be on like. He could have the instrumental of "Walking on Sunshine" in the background, and his vocal performance is still always like melancholy. I don't know if it's the key he sings in, if he's always singing in like a relative minor key to the major instrumental or what, but you know where I'm coming from. It's very rare that this dude comes out, Tom York, with a positive sounding, "Hey, I'm happy." You know what I mean? Never. I do like that. I like that melody a lot, and I liked how it just dropped in there when the percussion came back in. The bassist just lets the guitar sleep until it's needed in this record, right? The bassist is not always there, not always present, always gives the space and that frequency to breathe up until it's necessary to play, which sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't acknowledge the bass is gone until he comes in and you're like, whoa. That was Reckoner. That was a good tune. That was a good tune. I like that one. I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot. That was a good tune. Shall we keep it moving, people? House of Cards coming up next. Track number 8. Let's go. Des.
Peggy 18.
Peggy 18. This is House of Cards, which is track number 8 of 10. We're listening to In Rainbows. We're finishing In Rainbows. This one's House of Cards. Let's go.
I don't wanna be your friend. I just wanna be your lover. No matter how it ends, no matter how it starts, forget about your house of cards. And now they're mine. Forget about your house of cards. And now they're mine. And fall off the table, get swept
A lot of these songs, they sort of just jam off of the same theme, don't they? And then like blend in these soundscapes. It's getting rarer and rarer that this band actually strays off of the main guitar line in a lot of these songs. The guitar line will just come up with an idea and won't necessarily twist and turn it too much, but as far as the instrumental structure goes, there'll be a lot of like different effects and keys and all sort of this sort of stuff going in. As I mentioned in the last song, the bass line might not appear until later on in the song, and so on and so forth. And I'd go as far as saying that with the drummer as well. The drummer just always consistent, very consistent. Everybody has their own interpretation of these songs, it seems, by the comment section.
Infrastructure will collapse from voltage spikes. Throw your keys in the bowl, kiss your heart's blown goodnight. And forget about your house of cards and I'll do mine. Forget about your house of cards and I'll do mine.
Yo, alright, sorry Radiohead fans, but I'm gonna have to say this, right? I mean, 3 minutes 30 seconds in, I would like some variation. Like, as I said, they sort of riff off of the same idea, the same instrumental, which is cool and calm and all that, but I'm not looking to sit here and reflect on my life right now. I'm looking to comment on the band and the music I'm listening to. And when we're not changing as frequently as like some other acts, I find it sometimes quite hard to, fall into commentary mode, and I don't just want to sit here bobbing my head, I don't want to bore you to death. And as much as I do like the things that are coming in and out, like the synth with like drenched in tons of reverb and stuff like that, I don't feel it rightful, so I pause the track just to comment on that, just for the sake of it. It'd be very forced. I need stuff that really catches me for me to think, right, that needs a good comment, because that struck me in an emotional way, one thing as well, they can have such a calm track, but have this heavy, bold synth just ringing at like its maximum. They've got a way with dynamics, this band, where they can mix and match so many sounds and so many energy between each and every instrumentation. And whoever does the sound engineering and the production, I mean, I bet they've got the hardest job in the world working with this band, to be honest with you, to sort of really portray the vision the way they want it to. That was House of Cards. This next tune's entitled Jigsaw Falling Into Place. Let's finish this record. Dez, King of the Pit TV. This one is entitled Jigsaw Falling Into Place. It's track number 9 of 10, okay? We're listening to In Rainbows. Let's finish this record off. Come on. Oh.
As you take my hand, just as you write my number down, just as the drinks arrive, just as they play your favorite song, as your body disappears. No one will wind up like a spring before you had too much. Come back and focus again. The walls have been in shape. They got a chest.
That drummer's grooving right now.
Cat grin, all blurring into one. This place is on a mission. Before the night out, before the animal noises closer get cameras, before you come at all.
What's that melody being played on? Is that the bass guitar? Boom, boom. That really dull. Boom, 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 boom. What's that? Guitar.
Before you run away from me, before you're lost between the notes, the beat goes round and round. The beat goes round and really got there. I just pretended that I was a blown instrument. As I set up shotguns, come on and let it out. Come on and let it out. Come on, let it out. Come on and let it out. Before you run away from me, before you're lost between the notes, just as you take the mic, just as you dance, 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 dance. Jigsaw falling into place, so there isn't much to explain. You eye each other as you pass. She looks back, you
Bet the bassist is jamming out at this point in the studio. You got a groove to this, right?
look back, not just once, not just twice.
William Kyle says Radiohead is unique. They have a sound that no one at all comes close to. It's amazing. We've got 3 responses. Do you think anybody's going to reference a band that does sound like them? I personally think Head Radio are pretty similar in production and instrumentals. and whatnot, but that's just my 2 cents. Ah yes, Head Radio are one of my favourite bands. I think their best album is probably A Kid, closely followed by The Limb of Kings. Nah, dude, A Pool-Shaped Moon is their best album. There you go. A little bit of banter between the Radiohead fans there, isn't it nice to see? Bassist was jamming. Yeah, respect to the bassist for that one. I've been talking about the bassist too much, but yeah, it was nice there. Let's finish this record off, people. Videotape, let's go. Last tune. I said a hip hop. Dez at King of the Pit TV signing in live and tired. In Rainbows, the full album. Completed it, mate. This is the last track. It's entitled Videotape. Bruh. Gonna have to let this one sink in. If you want to have early access, first access to all of my full album listen throughs, where I listen to albums from start to finish, put out more content than any of these other content creators, right, as far as the reaction space goes, check out the link down in the description. Support your boy, support the music you love, and let's go. Videotape. Lewis Capaldi. So, this person, James Chavez, says, "This is the most beautiful song I've ever heard in my entire life. It'll be my favourite song until the end of time, and if somebody out of this planet hears this, they will know we have soul." Do you reckon if the aliens heard this one, they'd think, you know what, I kinda like these dudes? There's only one way to find out. Jessica Beamer says, "Oh man, what a great statement." 134 people have thumbed it up, so there we go. It must be right. Mob rule, man. Oh, it's about a breakup. No.
When I'm at the pearly gates, this'll be on my videotape, Mephistopheles is just beneath, and is reaching up to grab me. This is one for the good days, and I have it all here, and red, blue, green, and red, blue, green. And you are my center when I spin away out of control on videotape,
It's like a funeral, isn't it? Very gloomy. Radiohead's most upbeat record, everyone. The gasps of air and panned in my left hand ear. Would you say that counts as lyrical content, a gasp of air, or is that an ad-lib? What do you think it is? Is it the main vocal, or is it the ad-lib?
this is my way of saying goodbye.
shaking noise. Dun, dun, dun. What is that? Carl Nichols says, pure genius. One of the best albums I ever bought. I'm actually a hip hop producer and rapper. Yet this is the hardest out there. Alright. I didn't ask. I like the line, when I'm at the pearly gates, this'll be on my videotape. I think that's a lovely line. I think that's a great way to start a song. I want this song played at my funeral. Angel Martinez. Angel, I completely understand. Antonio says, don't we all? Honestly, I don't. I'd rather have something a little more positive, a little more uplifting. This is a bit morbid, isn't it? But debatably, it's a good song to end the album on. A good change of pace. Finalise it. The funeral of In Rainbows, we're over and done. Let's move on. So that was my listen through to In Rainbows. You'd all recommended it. I appreciate that. I 100% appreciate all the Radiohead fans, especially Radio Foot, because, dude, if you're watching this Radio Foot, you've been very consistent and you've been present for a while, so I really do appreciate your presence. It means a lot. That was an interesting journey, alright? When people were saying upbeat and this and that, I was expecting we'd go back to the days of old and we're just like bringing the band back together and writing rock music. But Radiohead really have evolved at this point into something else. It's proper big brain music in it as far as the sounds they create. It's cool because theoretically speaking, they're not there to push boundaries. They're not like a musically, you know what I mean? They're not a music theory sort of virtuoso band where they're just like, right, we can do this, so let's write in bloody 16/8 with tambourines, do polyrhythms and just like blag the listener. They don't do that. What they do is they just create sound and they don't stick to the basic principles of creating sound, and that's why it's cool, right? Because they've got all these different ideas and different ins and outs of each instrument and how it should be done and how it's produced on the record and so on and so forth, and that's what really gives it a unique touch and gives you something different to pay attention to and listen to and fall into every time you listen to it, I guess. So that was In Rainbows. I'm not going to give this one a rating because I think it's each to their own, personally. I can see how somebody would believe this is like the best thing ever, and I can see how somebody would feel lesser so if they're into a little more straightforward music. So I'm not going to give it a rating, but it was a good listen. We've made it there. Let's continue on. At this stage, I don't even know what comes after this record in Radiohead's discography, so I guess we'll have to see what comes next, people. Alright, I'm signing out. Des, King of the Pit TV, Conehead, signing out. Goodbye.